Hi everyone, it is June 3rd, 2017, and I'm on this site called Crisis Solutions, and this is their video blog. Okay, and I'm going to show you this video in just a second, how we run our simulations, okay? But I want to show you how I got here and all the things that this site has to offer. Okay, so here's the home page, Thought Leadership Video Blog. So here's the home page. Crisis Solutions, the crisis simulation experts. Oh my gosh, I can't believe what I've been reading on here. They can even run simulations now from the cloud all over the world. So, and you know, the amazing, incredible thing about this is that everything is in our mind, right? I mean, if you look at any light, you look at your friend, anybody in your family, you are seeing them and light inside your brain, inside your head, inside your dark brain. So everything is inside. And you know, when we do those visualizations and things, our body can't tell the difference between the real thing and the fake thing. You know, like if you imagine you cut a lemon and it's dripping and you take a taste, your mouth will pucker from the sour taste because your brain doesn't know the difference. So, you know, that's what people say. Just visualize something and it will happen. That's why we're supposed to think of only good things. So imagine all these crisis simulations where people are imagining this in their mind, and it's almost like it makes it happen more. And then even movies. If you watch movies that are blood, guts, and gore and violence and everything, you're imprinting that on your brain, and you're actually probably reproducing it out in the world. I mean, this makes sense to me. But anyway, we're going to go back here to Thought Leadership, to the video blog. And I can't believe what I just watched. It's just totally unbelievable. So they practice all these, well, we know they do their crisis acting and everything and do their recreations. And, you know, this is somewhat normal for a company. For example, I took a course one time and it was business English, actually. And they gave a scenario in there about McDonald's. If somebody came into McDonald's and shot people in the restaurant and people died, what should they do? So these are true and real scenarios that businesses must anticipate. But I think this was before they actually practiced them in, you know, with fake people running around and fake dead and everything. And then they had to come up with solutions in their company. So they broke us into groups, and so every group of students would decide what they would come up with and then compare notes. So we found out in the end that McDonald's, their immediate response to some sort of terrible crisis action, you know, some guy with a gun killing people, would be to bulldoze the restaurant, immediately set up counseling, and turn it into a park, a memorial little playground park or something like that. And so businesses do anticipate these things, but I think they've just gone too far now. And you know, they even have discussions down here like myths of trauma counseling and myth busting trauma psychology webinar. So they have all these videos here with webinars. Okay, but watch this one just now. I hope it's not too loud. Okay, let me see. I turn it down a little bit just in case It's too loud. Okay, it feeds scripted updates to the players. So, I'm interjecting here because sometimes, when some of these events happen, some crisis, some, attack or something like that, and then you get all this news, like, they say one thing, and then the next news report you read, it says another thing, and that everything is just like, doesn't seem real based on that because the information doesn't even match. Well, maybe it's because it's being updated. It's like they make it up as they go. It's a bit confusing if you ask me. See all the emergency vehicles, unexpected decisions. They change the script on the fly. Crisis simulation. What does that mean? It's totally secure. Does that mean if it's totally secure that people won't find out, but they make it up as they go? And if they have ambulances and police and crisis actors and fake dead people all over during this simulation, how do they deny to people that are observing this that it is a simulation? Is that what they mean by being secure? I have no idea. What do you think? Okay, now something else I want to show you is this. This is under simulations and exercises. Okay, remote crisis simulation exercises. Look, they have everything. Crisis cloud, social media, crisis workshops, crisis sim. Okay, remote. Okay, having developed Crisis Cloud, our crisis simulation web portal, we have taken the next logical step, now offer remote crisis management simulation exercises. We now run remote crisis simulations entirely online with participants taking part from their offices both in the UK and overseas. We recently ran an exercise for a Japanese company that has offices all over the world. We call this the Crisis Simulator. What is going on? This is just like too bizarre. The exercises are deployed using Crisis Cloud and Citrix technology, which allows voice communications between all participants. At least 2 crisis solutions consultants are on hand to feed in information and give guidance to the players as the scenario progresses. So, just wondering what seems like it's observable to outsiders, right? And this is what accounts for all of these crisis events that have happened where there's no evidence of blood or, oh, I know what else I want to tell you. Oh yes, okay, I have to mention this because this is really amazing. Okay, remember the video blog where it was talking about the myth myth busting trauma psychology webinar. Oh, dang it. Well, anyway, where is that again? I don't love my non-expert videos. Okay, here, the myth busting trauma psychology webinar. So they interview a lady in this, and she's a psychologist, and she says no one ever talks about the post-traumatic growth syndrome, where people actually benefit and they grow, and it's not just something damaging. And so maybe this explains when all the duping delight and all that, maybe they're trying to show that some people it's not so bad. So that's in this myth busting trauma psychology webinar. Okay, so you can go there. I'll leave the link to this in the description, and you can check out this remote crisis simulation. So if it's on Twitter, well, maybe it's locked, right? Maybe, but then they have news feeds. How can all this stuff be locked to outsiders? It can't. So it spreads out and they don't contain it. They just see what happens. Okay, this bit right here, you'll have to go and watch it for yourself because the sound didn't come through. And what I believe is that this is so wrong to be doing this because they're using visualization, acting out, acting as if, and that creates reality. So this really is a spiritual warfare, which is in our mind and soul and in our body too. So we have to really not participate and cancel these things out somehow, with our mind. So people don't know it and they play along, and this is really tragic because this is perpetuating all the horrible violence and everything that's going on in the world. So thank you for watching, and check out the website so you won't believe what you see there. It's pretty intense. God bless everyone. Bye for now and be safe.